So let's go next. Now, how to use that CSS in HTML page? How to use the CSS in HTML page? How to insert the style to that HTML elements? So three ways are there to insert the CSS. One is inline style, second is internal style sheet, and third is external style sheet. I repeat again, inline, internal style sheet, and external style sheet. So let's go one by one. Very basic is the inline. Probably for previous some of the code we might have went for that inline style. So let's go for it. Okay, I think there is no any sheet. We will go here with the code. Let me again arrange this Visual Studio Code. Sorry, just a minute, so that I can see your responses. Fine. Is it fine for you? Are you able to see that Visual Studio screen? Does this color combination is okay for you? Or should I go for white? Let me try. Okay. Is it visible now? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So we are talking about the first inline CSS. Inline CSS. So if you observe here, I'm going to display one header on the page, and then the paragraph content. Header is, this is the heading, and then in paragraph I have written the contents. This is a paragraph. Okay. Now I want to display this. So actually I have not installed the live server, so let me add that extension. Those who missed last time, please check how can you add the extensions to the Visual Studio Code. Right now I want live server, so I am searching for it. So see, live server is here. Obviously for this your internet connection must be on, then only you will able to get this list and you will able to install. So live server I am going to install. So it is installing. It is installing still. So what this server will do, this server will display your HTML page. So live server is installed. Yes. Okay. Now a few more extensions were there. Let me show you. For formatting of the content, CSS formatter you can use. Yes, see here, formatter I have already installed. If you have not installed, you can install it. How to use this, you can check out here in the extensions. Okay, how it will help? It will help you to manage the contents automatically for the formatting per se. Okay, so go live server I have installed. So that option is here at the bottom. Are you able to see the go live server here at the bottom? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to start that server now. Go live. So if you observe now in the browser, automatically see these are my two windows. One is the code window and this is the browser window. Let me minimize it. Okay, so here by default that server starts at this localhost address 127.0.0.1. This is the localhost. Then port number 5500, on this it is started, and whichever is the current HTML page, that is displayed by this inline css demo.html. Okay, if I do changes in this, automatically those changes will be reflected, so it will save your time to again open the browser to refresh and get the contents changed. One more thing I have done here, in the file menu, I have make this auto save checked. Means whatever I am going to type, that will be automatically saved. I don't have to go for control S, or if I forget to save and suddenly light goes on, my contents will not there. No, that issue will not be there. Isn't it quite interesting or useful, both the features? Which two features I talked about? Which two features I talked about?
CSS formatting and autosave.
Okay.
Autosave.
Okay, autosave, CSS formatting, and go live. Sorry, three points I shared. For HTML, formatter will be different. For PHP, formatter will be different. So you have to go for only adding the extensions. For CSS, formatter will be different. Then second thing is go live server. Go live server will help you to check these pages executing automatically, refreshing the pages, whatever changes you have done. And third is autosave. Autosave will be helpful for you. So let's move ahead and come to our point. We were talking about the inline CSS. As this heading is displayed as this is the heading H1, so it is in very bold because it is giving more emphasis on this heading and the contents. Now what I want is I want that this heading should be in some color. So I want to apply the style color to this heading. So for that, inline means what? This is the line where I am defining this heading element, H1 element of HTML. I want to apply the style, whatever contains in this HTML, that should with some style. So on the same line, as an attribute to that, I repeat again, sorry, as an attribute to that element, I have to define a style. So for that, attribute is a style equal to, and in double quote we can give the style. So you can observe that how many styles are here. I can go for border, display, height, padding, position, width, color, left, margin, lot many. Okay, so you just can't count, or it is very long list. You can count, but it is very long list. So I will suggest don't mug up these styles. As per your need, you can check it out. Really, the names for these attributes are given very user friendly, so that what I want now, I want to set the color for the font. So the attribute is color. Now this is the attribute, and what color I want to set, that will be the value for this color. So colon, color is the attribute and its value. Suppose I want to give the blue. Is it applied? Style is applied. Are you able to observe?
Yes, sir.
Great. So this is the way to give the style inline on the same line. If you want to give some more attribute to this, like suppose I want to let background color also I want to change. Let's mix up with the different. Suppose color is white and background color I want to set, means two attributes. So you have to give the semicolon and then background color and its value blue. So I have set two styles. One is a background color and second is a color. Okay. Suppose I want that this paragraph also should have some style. So inline style I can use. style equal to, and here I can give the style. Let me give the height. Suppose minimum height for this paragraph should be 300 pixels. I want to also set the border. Border should be solid. Are you able to observe the border now?
Yes, sir.
Then border color. Suppose I want to set border color. Let's say coral. So like this you can apply the style. And this is a inline because on the same line of that element we are defining the style. So give me quick feedback if you understand the first way to apply the style, inline style. If you understand the inline style, please give me the feedback. Yes. Actually, I'm not able to see that screen. Okay, great. Isn't it easy and quite interesting? Yes. Okay, great. So let's go for another type. This is the inline style, but just imagine, suppose I have four headings. I have four headings on this page, and I have to apply the same style to all the headings. Okay, suppose I have to use four headings. Let me minimize this size so that we can able to observe that next error on the same screen. So let me write, suppose this is the class name. Then I have to give the heading that students list. Okay, means I should able to differentiate two parts. Let's say this class name is, let's say it is a TComp. Now after that I want to use one table. Fine. For this table, again rows, multiple rows will be there, and in that columns with the TD. I hope you remember table TR and TD. Let's say roll number. Another column I want. Does I have missed something? No. Roll number, name. This table I want to display. Actually, I'm not getting the border, so I'm setting that. Now you can set border here, or you can set, actually border is the attribute for HTML, or you can set with the style. As we are learning the CSS, I'm going with the style. Border colon 1 cell. Okay. Solid. I want to use. Okay, we have to apply the color also. One pixel. Actually, it is not taking the border. There should be a border. Okay, and then style. Border color. I may apply some color. Yes, are you able to observe it? Now what I want is this column should be 30% and 70% for the name. So I can apply style, okay, width equal to, sorry, width colon 30%. Percent means as your screen will increase, decrease, it will be with that. If we give the pixel, it will be fixed. I think we have discussed this in last lecture. Okay, this is one style, and For this second column, I want that 70%. It is applied, but still, if you observe that, if my page is this much and I am not able to occupy the whole page for this table, so I can also set the style for table like width equal to 100%, sorry, not equal to, width 100%. So now my table is occupying the whole page. If you observe, if I maximize this, now table is going for the whole page. Yes, give me quick reply if you understand this. Parallelly, I am trying to go with the style as well as how you can manage the page. So please reply me if you are getting okay. Great. Before going in deep, let me show you some things from this. Let me take it out. Okay. Let me recall you again. I suggested you to use W3 Schools website, because you may understand that how many number of elements in HTML, how many these attributes are there, but we cannot cover this all in the 2 hours or 3 hours session each. So I will suggest go here and go in the deep dive for this. Okay, CSS. Actually, I'm not able to go for this. Fine. CSS syntax. Yes, that's what I want to show you. Okay, are you able to see this screen of W3 Schools?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so understand before going in deep, for any applying a rule, CSS rule, it contains 2 parts, selector and declaration block. Selector is this example, H1 is the selector, means which HTML element we are selecting, and second block is actual what style we are going to apply. Okay, selector and declaration of the style. In declaration, you can add multiple attributes like properties, or attributes you can say property like color, font size, border color. So these are the properties or attributes, and the values you can give and comma separated. So this is the way to apply the style. If you see in our browser window, okay, here it is. In this code, in this first H1, this is the selector and this is the declaration of our style. For paragraph, this is the selector and this style is the declaration of the style. So I hope you will remember this, so that when we will go for some complex code, it will not be confusing for you. Okay, let's move ahead. We learn inline style, but as I said, suppose there are 2 headings, so I have to write that style 2 times. If there are 10 headings and I have to apply the same style to all headings, then I have to repeat this code. I have to write this code multiple number of times. Correct? So do I have any solution, as I can declare this style only once and use multiple number of times? I repeat again. I want to avoid applying style to head 1 on all pages. So I am trying to find out one solution, that I will declare the style for head 1 at one place, and automatically it will be applied to all the head tags on that page. Give me reply if you understand this, what I'm trying to say. Yes, what do you think? It will be better if we will able to declare that only once. Okay, great. So let go for it, and that is the second way. Internal CSS. So I hope you are able to see my this second code. If you observe, Body of this, let me run this page now. Internal CSS demo. Okay, so if you observe, let me delete this so that we can build it on the fly. Okay, so head 1 and 2 paragraphs are there, normal HTML. Now I want to apply as many headers there, as many headers on this page. Those many headers should have the same style. So let's say this is again one more header. Let's say this is a heading 1, heading 2, like this. So as many headings I want to apply the same. So for that, in the head, we can define one attribute style. In the head, we can define one attribute style, and there I can mention which selector I want to take, and then these curly brackets. And here I will define the style like color, let's say white, and the background color blue. Okay, now I'm not defining the style to every of the H1, but as soon as I will add any header element, it will automatically apply that style. So does our problem is solved? I don't have to repeat these styles. Correct? Actually, someone should speak, otherwise.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Let's move ahead now. Like this, I can apply the same. I can apply the style to element paragraph also. So P, opening closing curly bracket, and then let's try for font family. Let me go for. So see, you don't have to remember the font name spellings. If you are using the Visual Studio Code, you can just go through this, which you want. Okay. So one homework to you is, after this session, you will search which are the top 5 favorite fonts used on the web, which are looks good. Okay, see, this is as per your interest, because really as it is a artistic work, you have to understand what are good things, color combinations, fonts, style, shapes, to look as a user as much as good in look and feel, that much it will reflect. So do you observe the change in the content of the paragraph? Let me delete this. See how the contents are defined. This is a paragraph, these 2 lines in normal way. When I am applying this, it is showing it. Now you may ask why these many, because actually we have defined font family means name of the font, but 1, 2, 3, 4 fonts we have defined. 5, 6. So what is the use of it? See, the contents will be displayed on the user's browser machine. So which font is installed? If you have mentioned only one font, and if suppose that font is not available at the client end on that machine, so in that case it will not apply that font. So for that, you can give the list of font families. Like if the first font is not available, check for second. If not, then check for third. and likewise. Okay. So this is the way we can use internal CSS. Why it is called as internal? This is a style we have given inside the same HTML page. Inside the same HTML page. That's why it is internal. Now check about the position. Suppose I am not giving the style here. If I return the style element here, let's check, does it apply? Surprisingly, yes, it is applied. Even though I have not written it in the head, then also style is applied. So note this point. But always it is a better habit. It is a better habit to go to define the style inside the head tag. Always try to check the style inside the head tag. Okay, have you noted? You can display the style tag anywhere on that page, but always prefer to define the style in the head. Great. Let's continue. So our journey was, we started with the inline style. Then we found that if the same style I have to apply for multiple elements, then I have to repeat that code. So the solution I found is the second way of using CSS, that is internal CSS, that I can define the style with this style tag. Inside that, I can mention the element to which I have to apply the style, and I can give the style. So here, as I have used the style tag, no need to write the word style. But in inline, you must have to use the word style. In inline, style equal to and the content. In internal, style tag, inside that the element and its style in the curly bracket, and as many you can apply. Okay, but just imagine, suppose I have two pages. Now we have inline CSS and internal CSS demo. Two pages are there, correct? So here in inline CSS demo, there also the header. In this internal, there also the header. By defining the head element in the style, I can save my task of defining it again and again. But what about the second page? There also I either have to code it, I have to give the inline style, or I have to define here in the second page also the same style. Do you got what is the problem? We are facing now? If great, if header on the all pages I want to give the same style, then I have to search a solution such that I can define that style in one page, but I can apply that on multiple HTML pages. So we went from line to the page level, now page level to the website level, or multiple page level, we can say. So would you like to go for that option, third option? Yes?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Great. So that is the third way, that is in external CSS. So see now, external CSS means here actually we will come with one separate file. So let me execute it first. The third HTML page, external, sorry, CSS no demo is there. External CSS.html. Let me remove this. Okay. So now this is my normal text and I want to apply the style externally to this. So for that, along with the HTML page, you have to write one CSS page, one file with the extension CSS. You can give any name to that file, but general convention is it is named as a style.css. So this is the file style.css. Now here you can observe in this style file, we are doing the same task again. That is which element I want to select and what style I want to apply. paragraph element and the style I want to apply. Yes. So I am defining styles in separate file, CSS style.css. Now I want to apply this CSS to the HTML. Means the style code is external. We are going to use in the current HTML file. So for that, in head, you have to use one line. That line to bring the external style sheet is the tag is link tag. Link is the tag. Link is the tag by which you can bring the another style sheet. Now for that, you have to set the one attribute relative rel to style sheet. Type, this is a text CSS type. Text HTML means that is the HTML content. Text CSS is the CSS file, and href and name of the style sheet file. We have given the file name is style.css. We have given the file name style.css. So that I am mentioning as a href. And then you can see that that style is applied here. Now if I make some change here, let's say in style border, let's say solid. So you can observe that border is applied. Actually, I'm making the changes in style, but it is applying here because I have included that external style in this page. So this is the example of external CSS. This is the example of external CSS. Let's try to apply the same style sheet in another page. So now I'm going to create one more page, because those who were not attended the lecture at the beginning, how to add the page here in the first Explorer. Okay, here is the option new file. So I'm going to add, let's say, second.html file, second.html, give the extension. Okay, now in this I am going to write the code for this HTML. Let's say this is the head tag, this is the body tag, okay. Then in this body tag I want to use head one. Let me write this is second page as one content, and also one paragraph. I am using these two because the head and paragraph style I have defined, so that I want to show to you. Some text, sorry, some text here. Let me execute this page. For that I have to go to the browser. I have to write second.html. So this is the second page and text. Fine. So now there is no any style, but when I will include this line, I will link external style sheet. It is applied here. So now I don't have to repeat head 1 and P in every of